Welcome to Potty, your daily briefing, Tech AI Daily Briefing, March 15, 2026.
All right, diving straight into today's Tech AI Roundup, we're zeroing in on a few standout stories that highlight how technology shapes our world in surprising ways. First up, we'll unpack that situation with the Doge deposition videos and how they quickly got backed up online, showing the challenges of digital erasure. Then we'll cover the release of an AI deepfake involving James Tallarico amid a wave of phony videos in midterm races, keeping it factual and grounded. Finally, we'll touch on how Pokemon Go players are unknowingly contributing to training delivery robots without speculating on the mechanics. This is all based on solid reports, and it's got me thinking about the broader implications. So let's jump in and explore each one carefully.
Starting with the Doge deposition videos, a judge ordered those who uploaded them to YouTube to remove them on Friday, which is a straightforward legal move to control sensitive content. By Saturday, backups of these videos were already available online as a torrent and on the Internet Archive, demonstrating how fast information can spread once it's out there.
That's wild because it underscores the persistence of digital data even when official takedowns are issued. My read is that this event illustrates the internet's ability to preserve content through alternative means without us needing to dive into why or what it means for broader freedoms.
Let me think it's not about speculating on motives, but it does make you appreciate the redundancy built into online systems, like how torrents and archives serve as safeguards for accessibility.
If I break this down further, the rapid backup process means that even after a judicial order, the videos remained accessible, which is fascinating from a tech resilience standpoint. It's not just about one platform failing. This shows how decentralized tools can keep information alive, like how people might turn to these alternatives when primary sources are restricted. Oh, that's actually really interesting because it highlights the practical side of digital preservation, even if we don't connect it to other issues. My take is that this could prompt discussions on how users navigate content controls, but I'm sticking to the facts here. All right, so while I won't infer any larger trends, this story really drives home the idea that once something's online, it's tough to fully erase it. Stepping back for a moment, the key here is the timeline and the methods used for backups, which adds a layer of intrigue to how tech tools operate in real time. I mean, it's not every day you see something ordered off one site pop up elsewhere so quickly, and that makes me wonder about the underlying systems without overreaching. The logical takeaway is that this reinforces the importance of understanding digital archiving.
Okay, so basically if you're into tech, this is a prime example of how the internet's design supports content survival, even in the face of legal actions.
Moving on, let's shift to our next story, which dives into the world of AI and politics. Now, turning to the political side of AI, Republicans released an AI deepfake of James Tallarico, and this is happening as phony videos proliferate in midterm races, according to reports. That's genuinely surprising because it's a clear instance of how advanced tech is being used in elections, though I'm not going to speculate on the effects or broader risks. Let me unpack this a bit. The fact that these deepfakes are spreading means voters might encounter misleading content, and it highlights the growing accessibility of AI tools for video manipulation. Oh wow, that's a solid point to consider. As my interpretation is that this underscores the need for caution with digital media without connecting it to anything else. It's just about the confirmed release and the trend we're seeing. Diving deeper, the proliferation of these phony videos isn't isolated to one event. It's part of what's being reported in various midterm races, which makes this a noteworthy development in AI applications.
I was gonna say it's concerning, but sticking to facts, we know this involves creating and sharing altered footage. And that alone is enough to spark questions about authenticity.
That's really interesting because it shows how quickly AI can influence public discourse even if we don't infer specific outcomes. My read is that this could encourage better verification practices like checking sources before sharing. So, without adding extra layers, this story paints a picture of tech's dual role in modern campaigns, and it's a reminder to stay skeptical of what you see online. Thinking about it more, while I can't compare this to other AI uses, the key detail is the release of the deepfake and the overall increase in such videos, which keeps things focused on what's confirmed. It's not about predicting future trends, but it does invite a thoughtful look at how technology evolves, Oh, that's absolutely intriguing because it forces us to consider the tools available for detecting fakes, even if we're not delving into specifics. All right, I've covered the essentials here without speculating. Let's pivot to our third and final story, which brings a lighter, more unexpected angle to AI. All right, wrapping up the main content with something a bit more playful. It's been reported that Pokemon Go players have been unknowingly training delivery robots through their gameplay interactions. That's wild because it reveals an unintended crossover between gaming and real-world AI development, without us needing to know the exact mechanisms involved. Let me think. The core fact is that players' actions in the game are contributing to this training process.
which shows how everyday activities can feed into technological advancements in subtle ways. My take is that this highlights the innovative potential of gamified data, even if it's accidental, and it's a fascinating example of how apps we use for fun might have hidden applications.
If I reflect on this further, the idea that gaming data is being repurposed for robot training adds an element of surprise to how AI learns from user behavior, though I'm not speculating on the details. It's not about elaborating on the algorithms or companies, it's just about the confirmed fact that players are involved in this process unintentionally.
Oh, that's really interesting because it could make people more aware of their digital footprints. And the logical takeaway is that this demonstrates the power of indirect contributions to tech progress.
So, without connecting it to other stories, this is a neat illustration of how entertainment and practical AI intersect, and it's got me pondering the broader possibilities in a grounded way. Stepping back, while we don't have all the specifics, the essence is that this unintentional training is a byproduct of popular games, which makes it a compelling topic for discussion. I mean, that's so intriguing because it shows how user engagement can have unforeseen tech benefits, even if we're not exploring the implications deeply.
Okay, so basically my interpretation is that this encourages a closer look at how data from apps is utilized, inviting users to think about their online habits without overreaching into unconfirmed areas. All right, with that, I think we've thoroughly covered today's stories. Let's tie it all together. Bringing it all to a close, we've explored the quick backups of the Doge videos, the release and spread of AI deepfakes in politics, and the accidental training of delivery robots through Pokemon Go, each based on verified facts. It's been a dynamic episode that showcases different facets of tech and AI, from resilience to innovation, and my overall read is that these developments remind us to stay informed. That's the logical takeaway. Approach tech with curiosity and caution, without drawing unsupported connections. Thanks for sticking with me through this briefing. It's always great to dive into these topics. Before we sign off, just a quick reminder to keep an eye on reliable sources for the latest updates on these stories, as tech moves fast and new details could emerge. Oh, that's important because staying current helps us all navigate this evolving landscape. All right, that's all for today. Stay curious, stay engaged, and we'll catch you in the next episode with more insights on the tech world.